Hi, Lynn Barrette, licensed clinical therapist and spiritual counselor, coming to you today to talk to you about healing and awareness of emotions. You know, neuroscience tells us that when we name our emotion, it's much easier to tame. And their little phrase that goes along with that is name it to tame it. So when we name what our emotion is, it's a lot easier to work with. Jung in psychology taught us that, where he said that making the unconscious conscious is our way towards healing of the things that lie underneath that surface that come up and bubble up and sometimes get in our way. Our emotions can very much get in our way, but they are also there to show us what needs to be healed, to show us maybe that we're not going in the right direction or we need a different perspective on something. So our emotions are very valuable to our healing and our awareness, being more conscious in our daily lives. I'm going to teach you a 3-step process that was taught to me by my husband, who learned it from the late psychiatrist, Dr. Mary Allen, who wrote it in her book, Up a Spiritual Creek Without a Paddle, which is a wonderful name for a book, isn't it? And this is a wonderful process that I've been using for over 2 decades, and I work with my clients with this process all the time too, because it's a nice, precise process to help us name our emotion, to understand where it's coming from, and then to get a new perspective on it. And really, those are the 3 steps. The first question to ask when you feel in an emotional state or you feel an emotion coming up is to say, what is this feeling I'm feeling? What is this emotion that I'm feeling? And put a label on it. And this isn't the story part, this is just the label. So it's an emotion, it's anger, or it's guilt, or it's fear, or it's sadness, or it's shame, or any of the other numerous names we have for our different emotions that we feel. And you can go online and search, names for emotions, and you can find lists of hundreds of names for emotions that we feel as human beings, because we're very complex that way. So the first step is name the emotion. Name it. What is the feeling that I'm feeling right now? What's this emotion that I'm feeling? Then the second step is to find out, what is that emotion saying to you? What is it saying? What's the story? I like to think of it as a story. Well, if here's my emotion and it's talking to me in my ear, and what it's telling me is, well, I'm not okay, or I'm not good enough, or this person is being unfair to me, or any other number of things it could be saying, or I don't like the way this is working out. This isn't working out the way I want it to. All these different things that these emotions have around, the thoughts that are around the emotions that are hanging out inside of us. So the second question is, what is the story that this emotion is telling me? Then the third step is, okay, once we see that story, what is a new perspective I can take that will calm me? What's a new perspective on this that's coming up for me can I take that will help calm that emotion that's coming up for me right now? And we don't want to stuff it, we don't want to stifle it, but we want to be in alignment with what's true and what's real. And what's true and what's real does not agitate us emotionally. What's true and what's real is calming to us. So we want to get that perspective, but we can't do it when an emotion comes up and we say, that I hear from a lot of people, I don't want to be feeling this. I don't want to be feeling angry. I don't want to be feeling shame. I don't want to be feeling sad or grief or guilt. Of course we don't. Nobody wants to feel those things, but we do, because we're human and that's the way we operate. We feel emotion, and stuffing it down or pretending it's not there doesn't help us to know ourselves better, and it doesn't help to release those feelings. They just get put off for another time, when now we've got to deal with the emotion that we put off plus the current emotion, and it just kind of builds on itself. But we don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. So the lazy man's way of handling this is to deal with our emotions as they come up, so we don't have to deal with them later. It's like taking out your garbage. You can, take it out once a week and get it over with, or you can take it out once a month and then you have a lot of stinky garbage to take out, right? So So the 3-step process is, what is the feeling that I'm feeling? What is the emotion I'm feeling? What's the story that this emotion is telling me? And what's a new perspective I can take that will calm me? And I've put in the description of this video a link to that handout, and I invite you to download it, take a look at it, and use it. Use it as a journaling process until you get used to being able to ask those 3 questions and be in the moment with them, and you'll be able to rattle them off really quickly and move through that emotion just fine. But until then, maybe taking some time to journal out your responses will help you get in touch with how to work with that even better. So I hope that is helpful to you, and feel free to leave your comments, and thanks for watching.